I will share my screen now. Please let me know if it is visible. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to you. Yes or no? Okay. In today's session, what we are going to see is the upsert operation. Okay. So we heard about insert and update, right? So this upsert is nothing but it is a combination of insert and update. Okay. So what is mean by that? If it is an either update or insert operation. So I will tell you in a detailed manner. So you can see here. So upsert, what it will do is upsert will allow us to either insert a row. Okay. So while doing an insert, we can skip the insert operation. Okay. We can skip the insert operation if that particular row already exists. Okay. If that particular row while doing an insert operation. Okay. So uh, while doing an insert operation, please try to understand. So we are inserting. So inserting is different from update, right? Hope you people very well aware about these two difference. Okay, if we are inserting, if we are going to give some new data into the table, right? Then we use insert, right? If we are in, okay, inserting new data into the table. If we are altering existing data in the table, right? Then we use update, right? This is the difference you people already know, and we have seen many queries regarding to this, right? If any data is already exist, then we use update. If we are inserting one new data set, okay, one new row to the table, then we use insert. This is the basic thing, and you people very well aware about this, right? So what is the upsert means? So first thing, if I want to insert, okay, just consider if I want to insert one new data. Okay, so while inserting the new data, it might have, okay, the table might have many constraints, right? So many constraints like a primary key, foreign key constraint, unique constraint, or any constraint it is having. So at that time, if I am just inserting the new data, I don't know whether that particular data is present, right? So for example, take okay, here we will take this example. In this invoice details, consider this is the primary key, right? And as a user, I don't know what are all the item IDs already present. So if it is having for example, if it is having more than 10,000 of item ID, right? So if here we are having only 27, so that we can able to make a difference. But consider if we are having more than 10,000, okay, and we are maintaining some uniqueness in this particular ID. Okay, but consider we are it is not like 123, so it is a customized one. Okay, customized one item ID, like if it is for rice, one underscore item, one underscore rice, like that. Like this, if you are maintaining some uniqueness in the ID. So at that time, we don't know what are all the IDs present, right? What are all the IDs we are having. So blindly, I'm going to insert as an normal user. I'm going to do some insert operation. Okay, insert some ID. Some, for example, already 26 is the ID I'm going to insert with some rows. Okay, so at this time, we will get an error, right? So, for example, for this 26 ID, consider this item is in rice. So, the item rice price got updated, right? So, 45 is the old price and it got updated to 50. 50 is the new price. So what, as an user, what I'm going to, I usually general operation is what I will do. I try to, okay, I'm just trying to update the existing one, right? The same thing I used to update. Okay, the same thing I used to update. But what if when this particular 26 item is not present in the table? So at that time, it will raise an error, right? So you can't do the update operation for the non-existing items, right? So it will not get updated. So at that time, again, what I need to do is I need to insert, okay, insert the new one. If it is already existing, then it will raise an error. You are unable to, you can't do the insert operation for the existing one because we are maintaining the uniqueness. So at that time, what we can do is we can use the upsert operation. Okay, what this upsert will do is it will try to insert. Okay, it will try to insert some new data. Okay, it will try to insert considering it is a new data. Considering this 26 is a new data and it will try to insert. Okay, if it is having already having on conflict, so this is very, very important. This keyword is very, very important. This is where we are doing the upsert operation. Okay, this upsert operation is depends on this keyword. Okay, on conflict. So on conflict is nothing but what it will do. It specifies the alternate action to be taken. What you need to do while we are facing the conflict at this case. Okay, in this case of conflict during the insert operation. Okay, while we are doing the insert operation, what it will do, it on conflict. Okay, so this 26 already present in this table, and this is we are maintaining some uniqueness, primary key foreign key relationship and everything for this item ID. Okay, at that time, on conflict, what you need to do, the first thing, okay, the first thing is do nothing. Okay, so the first option is do nothing, just skip. If it is having, okay, no problem, just skip. If it is not having, just insert. So this is the first thing we need to do. Okay, this is the first option. Otherwise, okay, otherwise, what you can do is you can do the update statement. So these are the two operations. While doing the conflict, these are all the two operations we need to do. Okay, the first option is do nothing. Okay, if you want to do, if you want to insert, just insert. If the conflict raised with respect to the uniqueness or primary key, foreign key, or any constraint, just do nothing. So this is what we are going to mention here. Okay, just as a conflict action. Okay, as a conflict action. This target is nothing but the target field. On what target field we are doing nothing. Okay, and second option is do update. While this conflict raised, if I am inserting this 26 is already present, but I want to update the rate of this particular rise. What I need to do is just do the updation. Okay, just do the updation. So do update statement. So this is how we need to do on conflict, do update. So we need to give this update entire thing. This entire on conflict, do update, set column column 1, what is the column value here? Here the rate. Okay, the rate is equal to 50. Just go and update for this rice. Okay, for this ID 26. So if it is already having 45, then update it as an 50. So this can be, this two operation can be done with using this single query, using the upsert. Upsert is nothing but insert and update. Okay, either insert or update. If it is already having, then update. Okay, if it is not having, then insert that particular data. It is not present in that particular table, then insert. Otherwise, if it is already having, then do update. This is a simple operation which we are going to do it now. Hope you guys understood this. So I will tell you with one example so that in detail you can able to get my point. Okay. So here is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax which we have already seen. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, you can see here, I'm going to create one employee table. This is a simple table I'm going to create. Okay, if you are having this invoice details, we have already seen many kind of example using this invoice details. For a change, I'm just going to create one employee table. Okay, so in this employee table, I'm going to insert some values. Okay, so since this ID is a serial, I'm not going to insert it. Will insert it automatically, and I have kept this ID as in primary key. So we have already known what are all the constraint that primary key is following, right? It will follow the uniqueness. If I am giving it as a foreign key for the another table, then it will maintain that relationship between the primary key foreign key constraint, and this will treat it as a main table, and that foreign key table will treat it as an child table. So everything we have already seen, right? Primary key foreign key relationship and everything. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just copy this and okay, I'll open the Postgres. So password. So now I'm going to connect it with our database. Okay. So here we are already having, so by using /d, you can see what are all the tables we are already having. So we don't have any table like employee one. What is this employee one? Let me check. Otherwise, we will try to create. Okay. We are already having respect to the employee ID and everything, and with the date itself. So we don't want this much of column. Okay, I'm trying to create one new table itself. Okay. So the simple table is enough for us. So here I'm creating one new table. So it has created. You can see your table name is employees. Okay. So inside this employee, what are all the columns? We are having ID, name, department, salary, and these are all. And you can see here I have given a not null constraint also, right? Not null constraint, and varchar 50. It represents only 50 characters are allowed, right? Similarly for department, and salary is an integer. Okay. So I have created one new table, and I'm just inserting the values. Three values got inserted. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create, okay, I'm going to create one, I'm going to do one upsert operation. So which is nothing but insert and update. So I'm going to insert a new employee. Okay. I don't know whether that employee. So consider here we are having only 3 employees, but try to imagine you are having millions of employees or nearly 10,000 like that employees. So I'm going to insert. Okay, I'm going to for an employee, for that particular employee. I don't know whether he is inside the table or not. Okay, for that I need to, what I need to do, I need to check whether he is having whether he is having an entry in the table or not, and after that I need to give an update. So instead of doing all this operation, I can handle it in a single query. Okay, that query called as an upsert. So what I am going to do is I'm going to insert one employee. If he is already having the record, then do insert. Otherwise, what I need to do is I need to update his salary. That is the main thing I'm going to do. So here is the salary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert into, what is the table name? Employees, right? So this is the table name. What are all the columns I am going to insert? These are all the columns I'm going to insert with an ID, right? Okay. So here you can see we didn't insert the ID. So since it is a serial, I'll show you start from. You can see since it is a serial, it starts from 1 and it got inserted 1, 2, 3. Like this, it got automatically inserted. Now, I don't know whether this employee 4 is inside the table or not. Okay, since just imagine, okay, we are having only 3 employees, so that it is very easy for us to tell whether he is inside the table or not. Otherwise, I need to check whether this particular employee is inside the table. If you are consider, if you are having more than 10,000 employees like that, so for each and every one I need to check, right? So instead of that, so I'm going to insert. Okay, I'm going to insert values of I'm going to give on new employee. Okay, for ABC, anything. Okay, any name, comma. So consider he is in the marketing field. Okay, we will just take anything. And his, I want to update his salary as 60,000. Okay, so I just want to update his salary as 60,000. Since it is an integer, I don't want to give it inside the single quote. So that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 thing I have updated. So this is the normal insert, right? This is the normal insert we used to do. But here, while doing upsert operation, what I need is an important keyword is on conflict. Okay. LICP. So on conflict. Okay, on conflict. On, yeah. Spelling is correct or not? LICT. Okay, let's see. So on conflict with which column? So this particular ID. Okay, on conflict with this particular ID. So if this ID, okay, if this particular ID, if this particular ID is already present, since this is a primary key, we might it might raise an error while doing insert, right? Because it is already having, right? If it is already having, here we don't have, but if it is already having, what we need to do is do update. Okay, do update. So from this, we are going to do the update operation. Okay, so what are the things we will do used to do in update set column name equal to. So what is the column name? So I want to update his salary equal to what. So salary we have already given, so salary equal to 60,000 if we used to update. But what I need to mention it here is, please exclude the salary. Okay, which means I'm just telling the Postgres, to exclude that salary column alone. Okay, if this particular employee is already present in the table. Okay, please exclude this salary column alone and update the new value. Okay, in the place of old value. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell. Exclude or excluded. Let me check. Date to nothing. Okay, we will try to do the excluded. If error comes, we will change. Okay, so excluded salary. Okay, this is the one I'm going to do. So just see what will happen. See, it has already this particular employee 4 is not present in the table. So it took it as an new data and it got updated. Okay, it considered as a new data and it got update and it got inserted, not update. Sorry, it got inserted. Okay, what if I want to, okay, consider this particular person is already having. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is his salary is 60,000, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it as in 70,000. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert. I'm just going to do the insert operation and see what error is raising. Okay, you can see here duplicate key value. Okay, duplicate key value. So you can't insert. Okay, you can't insert. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm using on conflict of ID. If this ID is conflicting, yes, of course, this ID is conflicting now. So what I need to do, what action I need to do, then do the update for this salary alone. Okay, then do the update for this salary alone. So that is what we are mentioning it here, excluded salary. So for this salary alone. Okay, if he is having any other value, please update it as a new value as a 70,000. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the new salary. Okay, what happened? Okay, semicolon is the problem. Okay, so now the new value got updated. Now the new value got updated. You can see for this particular person ABC, the new value got updated from 60,000 to 70,000. So in the same query, okay, in the same query itself, we did the operation like insert and update. If any conflict raise, please exclude that particular thing alone. Okay, please exclude that particular thing alone and do the updation. So in the single query itself, we have handled that using the upsert operation. So in the single query itself, we did what? Either update or insert. Right? Either. Why I am telling this? Either update or insert. I'm not telling it as in both insert and update. Right? That could not be correct. Right? So either if it is a new value, then it will insert. Okay, if it is an old value, then when conflict arise, then I'm just telling it as an please exclude this particular salary alone and please update this to the Postgres. Okay, so what I'm going to do it now next is I'm going to insert a new employee into the table. Okay, and if he is already present in the table, then I wish to update his both salary and department. Okay, we will try to do the two operation. Okay, we will try to do the both for update for both salary and what is the department. Okay, here we have asked the exclusion for exclude for the salary alone, right? So the same thing what we are going to do is we are going to ask the exclusion for the two things. What are all the things? Do update, okay, do update, set salary excluded. Similarly, here, sorry, already we are having salary, so department, okay. For the department also, we are asking the exclusion, excluded dot department, okay, department spelling, okay. So at the same time, we are asking the exclusion for the both. So I'm just changing this marketing into an IT. Okay, for this particular person, I'm just changing the marketing into IT, and for the same person, I'm just upgrading his salary into 80,000. Okay, if this particular person, if this particular ID is already present, then it will do the updation. If it is not present, if this 4 is not present, then it will do the insertion. Hope you guys understood this. So what we are going to do is, what happened? Syntax error near department. Set salary excluded dot salary. Okay. Comma. I have missed one comma here. Okay. Now it will work, I think. Okay. So one row got updated. We will see, check whether it got updated. Yes. So this particular person now it where he become from the marketing to an IT employee, and his salary also got updated. Okay. So if it is if this particular person is entry is already having, then he will do the updation. Otherwise, this particular person entry will be as a new entry. Okay. So this is what the upsert operation will do. So this can be done in two ways. Okay. So either you can use the constraint name. So it is a very good practice to do with it with a constraint name. So you can see here the constraint name. Okay. So with the constraint name you can do. Otherwise you can do it with an you can see without any constraint name you can directly give the a column name itself. Otherwise, you can give the constraint name which we kept for this column. So in either way, you can do. So you can see, for example, employees, we are already having the primary key constraint, right? We are already having the primary key constraint. So now what I'm going to do is, for the understanding purpose, I'm going to add some constraint to the employee with respect to name. Okay, so just consider this particular name should be unique. Like that, if I'm going to add some constraint, what I need, okay, I don't have the existing constraint, so I'm just doing the alter table in order to add the existing constraint. Okay, add some constraint for the existing table. Alter table employees. So I want to add some constraint, right? Add. We have already seen all these things, right? How to add constraints, right? How to update the existing constraint. So here add constraint. What could be my constraint name? Employee. Okay, I will keep it as an employee name unique. Okay. So just for it is not possible during the real time, but for just a practice purpose, I'm just keeping it. Okay. So what is the keyword? Unique of name. Okay. So for the name column, I'm just adding the uniqueness. Okay. What is the error? Why? So alter table employee add constraint. constraint name, unique of name. What is an error? Syntax error. Alter table employees. So employees add constraints, constraint or constraints. Let us see. Okay. So constraints I have given as a constraint. So this is not a correct word. So I have added one constraint. So what are one constraint for one constraint? Okay. So what is that constraint? I have added one unique name. So I'm maintaining the uniqueness in the name. So now what I'm going to do is just see here. So what is my constraint name? There are two constraints are there. One is employee primary key. Another one is employee unique name. So by using this unique name, okay, with the help of this constraint name, it also I can able to do this upsert operation. Simply this with respect to this column itself we can able to do, but with by using the constraint name also I can able to do. Okay, so I'm just taking the same thing. Now what I'm going to do is just going to insert the new employee table, but I need to update their salary. um, but here what I'm going to do is, okay, here what I'm going to do is, instead of giving this id, okay, so instead of giving this id on constraint, okay, here I will take the, see here, on constraint, okay, on constraint is the keyword. And what is my constraint name? So here you can see with respect to the name, okay, so with respect to the name constraint I need an updation. Okay, if I want to update any employees with respect to the uniqueness, considering the uniqueness in their name, okay, so I can do the, I can go with this constraint. So all the other things are same. Do update, set what I need to set. So I need to set then salary alone here. Okay, salary alone. So I need to update his salary into 90,000. Okay. So this is by the same thing. Okay, instead of giving the ID or name column or anything, I want to mention the constraint name here. So it is also possible. Okay, you can see here it got updated. So what are all the ways we did? The first way is by using the directly using the column name on conflict, this column name. If you don't know the constraint name, if you are giving some constraint, so with respect to that constraint name itself, you can give. Okay. So here it is with respect to this constraint, it is maintaining the uniqueness in their name. Okay. So I have added one constraint. So this is also possible. So now what I'm going to do is, okay, I will show you one more example with respect to how to do the, if one column is there, okay, if we are having one column, like this is the first name, okay, this is the first name, and if I'm consider if I'm having the last name also, okay, so I don't want to keep it in an individual column. Okay, for example, this is his last name. I don't want to keep it as an individual column. If the new entry comes, I want like this. Okay, I want an entry like this, first name and last name. It comes in the same column. So how to do that? So for example, I will try to insert one new column called as an email. Okay, so email, any column as per your wish. Okay, so alter table, so employees. So I want to add one more column. So an employee can have more than one entry in the email, right? More than one email, it is possible. So I want to concatenate those things. If an employee is having one email, if a new entry is coming, okay, a new entry is coming with respect to another email, then I want to concatenate it with the existing email. Okay, so like that we will try. So I want to add column. What column? Email column, right? An email column with an varchar. So I'm just adding one new column. Okay. So table got altered. You can see here now the structure of the employee. Right. We can see here now the structure of this uh, employees table got altered. Okay. You can see here. So the email column got added. So what I want to do is I want to insert one new email with the salary. For example, ABC. I'm just deleting because these fields are not added yet. So keep this as an exercise also. Okay, keep it as an exercise also. ABC at gmail.com. So this is the one new column which I'm adding. So consider he is already having. Okay, he is already having this particular email. So if he is high, okay, I'm going to add the new column also as an email. Okay, so include email here. Okay, so if he is already having this email, then it got updated. Otherwise, the entry will be new. Okay, what is the syntax error? Near on. Okay, I will take this person ID itself. Okay, do update. Okay, so now it got updated. So for that particular person, where is that? Select. So you can see here for this particular person, he don't have any email. So it got updated. So what if when I am adding one more email, okay, ABC IT as in one more email. Okay. Now what I need is I want to do the update set exclude at this place. Okay, at this place I need a concatenation. So do update set email equal to please exclude the existing email and do the concatenation. Okay, and do the concatenation with what? So just this one. Okay, I will keep this as a separator. Okay, I'll keep this as a separator and again concatenate with an new entry. Okay, so for that employees dot new email. Okay, so this is the concatenation operator, right? So this two pipeline. In order to do the concatenation in the Postgres, you need this pipeline. Okay, this two pipeline. So so how the format will be? So this is my old email colon new email or semicolon. Okay, so this would be the app one. It will concatenate like this. So I will try to do it. You can see it got updated. Okay, the new email got concatenated with the old one. Select, where is it? Select. You can see here. So this is also possible if you want to, if it is already having an already existing one. So you want to update it with the new email. Okay, you need to concatenate it with the new email. So if it is already having, then it got up then it got concatenated as a new email. Okay, so otherwise it will insert as a new employee. So consider, for example, I'm just entering it as a new employee with respect to the ID ABC1. Okay, because we are maintaining the uniqueness in the name also. Okay, so here ABC1 IT. So this is the thing which we are going to give. You can see here it got updated. So sorry, it got inserted as a new employee. If he is already having, okay, if he is already having this one, then then the old one will get concatenate with the new one. So any kind of operation you can do, okay, with respect to the update. So it's up to you. So that's all about the upset. And one more thing we forgot to see is do nothing. Okay, do nothing. What this do nothing will do? Do nothing will do. Actually, while entering, while doing the insert operation, okay, here we did the some operation. If that particular row is already having, we are having this particular row, then what are all the things we used to give in the exclude, right? Here I have given the email in the exclude. Here I have given salary in the exclude. So for that particular thing alone, it got updated, right? All the others remain same. So do nothing. What do nothing will do is, if it is already excuse me, if this entry is already having, we are having this entry on conflict, what it will do is do nothing. Okay, on conflict with the ID, okay, with an ID or name or anything, please do nothing. Okay, so it will do nothing. Here it got updated, right? And while after mentioning it doesn't do nothing, it will do nothing. Okay, here you can see the entry is 00. It did nothing. Because why? Why? Because we are already having this entry in the table. Okay, we are already having entry in the table. For example, if I am giving it as a new value, ABC6, or like this, if we are giving it as a new value, then it will insert. If it is a new value, then it will insert. Otherwise, it do nothing. Okay, I missed one comma. Okay, so what it will do? See, it got updated. Sorry, it got inserted. If it is a new value, see, my new value got inserted. While having the conflict with an ID or name, here I'm just giving it as a name. Okay, because we have added one constraint with respect to the name also, right? So if I'm having any conflict with the name, because this a name is already having, right? So we are mentioning it as a do nothing. If it is already having, then do not. Then please don't do any update or any operation like that we are giving. So this is what the do nothing will do. You can give it with the constraint also. See here I have given with the constraint on constraint name unique, right? So instead of giving this name, I'm just giving the constraint name. Okay, so I'm just giving the constraint name. Instead of that, you can give like this also. I'm just giving the constraint name. Okay, what is the syntax error? On conflict. Okay, the space. Okay. So the same thing with respect to whether you can give it the that particular column or any constraint with respect to that particular column you can give. Okay, in either way you can give it. So this is what we did in today's session. So the upsert operation. Okay, so now I'm going to stop the recording and I will give you some exercise and poll questions to you. Please try to do it. Okay, so I'm just stopping the recording.